Welcome to another episode on our channel, and I never would have thought that I would actually be purchasing some statues, but I found over the course of time that sometimes with 1/6 scale articulated figures, the posability is very limited, and depending on a number of factors, but primarily if the clothing that the figure is wearing is very thick, it will make posability much more challenging. And the neat thing about statues is the poses come with them. As long as you're happy with the pose, and then you'll be good with a statue. This happens to be a Kotobukiya fine art statue of Iron Man, classic Iron Man. It will be followed up with Thor, that's part of the set, and Captain America, that's part of the set. So I don't think this actually has ever been open. I could be wrong on that, but there are two really large circular pieces of tape on both ends of the box, and they've never been cut through. So I'm thinking, unless somebody has these pieces of tape, I'm thinking this was never opened and or displayed. The box looks to be in pretty good shape. There might be a slight indent here at the top right, and in the back there's a little crease. But overall, everything looks pretty darn good. Let's see, where's the crease? Right here. You might not even, with the shadow, you might see it. Yeah, okay. And then this side. It's very cool looking. All right. So this is usually where I pause and go get my X-Acto knife, so we'll do that. We are back, and I'm going to do this, so I'm going to cut this open here at the top. And turn it this way to open this side. I don't know if this is old tape or kind of hard to open. All right, I don't like leaving tape on figures, so I'll take that off at a later point in time. So on the back, there's a little flap here that you have to get open. I always hate opening boxes because sometimes you may actually create a wrinkle when you do. Okay, so I'm noticing there's foam at the top, which I kind of half expected, it being a statue. So let me carefully lay it down. And let's see if, yeah, let's pause. I will get this out. I'm going to have to incline it and have it come out. And yeah, so we'll pause. We'll be right back. It apparently has been open. The tape around the sides here have been cut, and it probably was just someone who had circular tape that retaped that box up. So I thought, this has never been displayed, but it obviously has. I'm still considering an unboxing for me because I've never seen this before. So anyway, let me get the top off. All right. Ooh, that was close. There are things in the top. Woohoo, that was close. All right. So, I'm glad they didn't fall out, is all I can say, because you can see there are some things in the top. All right, so here's the stand. I think, let me move this over first. Let me get the stand out first. All right. Oh, wow, okay. That is a stand. It does weigh something substantial. So, yeah, it has a nice metal look to it and rock formation. Huh. What's that? It's another piece of rock. I think it's broken. Or it's designed to... It's either broken or designed to be this way. Because there's... Yeah, so there's... It's either broken or designed to be this way. Because there's a little hole here. And there's a little piece of wire. Like this is where it's supposed to go. But that's interesting because it had its own place. I don't know why it doesn't seem to fit here. Maybe it goes someplace else. Oh well, let's figure that out in a second. Let me get the rest out of this top box. So here's the body of Iron Man. That's pretty cool. So I'm going to have to figure out how this goes together, it looks like. Let me put this over to the side, move this closer and see what we have in here. Oh, there's another piece, like this piece. So maybe I spoke too quickly about it perhaps being broken. Another piece, looks like all these pieces go to the stand. This is another piece. It looks like it goes to the stand. And yet another piece that looks like it goes to the stand. So we had like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pieces that go to the stand. Here's an attachable arm. I know it's not broken, like unfortunately my Dune experience where the arm was actually broken. Okay, so this is definitely designed to be an attachable stand. You can see that piece that would go in. And it has its own place in the foam box, so you know this is designed to be an attachable arm, just like this one is. You can see the indent as well. All right, so that's that for the other side of the foam. All right, so give me a bit. I'm going to try to figure this out and then show you how it goes together. All right, so we'll pause now and figure that out. We are back. And it was a process to figure out where each of the 5 pieces of the base, where they went, and where Iron Man actually went. He only has 1 foot peg, but he goes on the longest, the tallest piece here. He just goes into a recessed cavity here. The peg goes in, and he's really balanced this way. All right, so there are 5 pieces. 1 piece was actually broken. This piece was actually in where it needs to go, and this piece was not attached to it. At first I tried to, while this piece was in here, try to get it in, and it wasn't working, so I eventually just pulled this piece out and and they go together quite nicely. But at first I was really worried that that would be a very, very damaged piece. Fortunately, it's not very, very damaged. It's just broken. But it looks like it can be repaired. Okay, so the biggest piece for the stand is this piece. And this piece has a recessed rectangular section here. It's just a rectangle, an opening. And on the stand, jutting out is a rectangular piece right here. You might not be able to see it, but it's there. So if you just turn that and try to find a way to nestle it in, boom, it goes in. All right. The next piece was this thing that kind of looks like a, try to get it out. Once it's in there, it's in there pretty good. It kind of looks like a hand, a little bit like a hand. Has like fingers, long, elongated, bending fingers. And it took us a while to figure out where it went, but there's a little hole here next to this big piece. So you just look over here to the little hole. And this is where it takes a little work, but you just find the way it goes in there nicely. And there you go. That second piece is in it. The third piece is a pretty large piece, and it has kind of like a nose on it. I think of it as a nose. I just need to remember that that nose is kind of pointing up. So right next to this piece is another place where a piece goes. And if you will just kind of play around with it a bit, get it lined up. There. It goes in. I was trying to go the wrong way. There it is. Nose should be kind of on the upside, right? And the fourth piece that wasn't broken is the piece behind his foot. So to me, it kind of looks like this is like a drumstick right here. And then it has a nose here. All right. So you just kind of maneuver it. I think the nose is going to go this way. Or this way. Here we go. This way towards me. And there it goes. So then that makes that piece even higher still. All right. Even higher still. Let me move it back so you can see more of it. Here we go. All right. Now, this was broken. Obviously, this piece was in here. And, yeah, I thought it just kind of went on here. And it does, but not while it's in there. I had to pull it out. And then I had to figure out if it did actually fit, because I was working with it and it didn't look like it was fitting. And then finally it looked like, okay, if you turn it the right way, we're going to get a fit here sooner or later. You just have to figure out where it is. There. Now it's on there. And notice it's not too bad. I'm not going to put it in there right now. I need to talk to the person who sold it to me first. So that is a broken piece. But fortunately, it looks like my Dune character that had a broken arm, at least the one consolation was it was a clean break. This looks to be a fairly clean break, thank goodness. But there were little pieces. I don't know where they go. Little tiny little specks. But I know they go somewhere here. I'll have to look to where they go and we'll get it together. But I don't know about you guys. This is a beautiful statue. Once this is, fixed or, replaced, or I get another one, I don't know, but it is absolutely stunning. All right. And it comes with 2 other pieces that can, well, it doesn't come with 2 other pieces, but 2 other pieces can be added to this to make a set. And that would be Thor and Captain America. So we'll pause now and get some tighter close-ups. Oh, we'll do a roundabout first. And then we'll get some tighter close-ups from here on up and then try to get a better look at his face. We are back, and this statue is absolutely stunning. I just wish it didn't have one broken piece. But look at the motion. I mean, he's leaning forward. The base is absolutely brilliant. Not in terms of colors, but just because it's, I don't know, it just has that nice, warm asphalt, the rock look to it. It's pretty uniform except for pieces here with some shading of, I don't know, it's kind of a purplish hint to it. But the statue itself, bright colors, red, gold. I love this classic look. We'll go around and you can kind of see how dynamic that pose is. And you can see the hints of different colors in the stand, the purple hues and so forth. The rock formation, I just love it. And again, fluidity and motion. This is captured motion so well. And the colors on Iron Man himself. He just stands out brilliantly. So nice. All right. We'll pause and get some tighter close-ups from here. I don't think we need to do a full circle with him, but let me just turn him a little bit to one side so you can see his profile here. And then we'll go back to the other side where you get a broader view of him. Wow. That is so awesome. There we go. Now we'll take a very tight close-up of his face. This close-up is absolutely awesome. It's brilliant. I mean, you can see his eyes and where his teeth should be, it appears to be a grill. I mean, these details are brilliant. We are back and we're going to go around and look at this figure. I'm just so happy with how it looks. It's a great statue. So it really has a dynamic, fluid pose to it. It's leaning forward, reaching out. The base is awesome. Other than the, broken piece. It's awesome. And I mean, the brightness of our cat. Here's one last look at our Iron Man statue. I hope you've liked what you've seen. If you have, please consider giving us a thumbs up and subscribing to our channel. In the meantime, everyone, please have a great day.